All right, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another week of Indoor Dynasty Football. Got a brand new week here for Iowa as we take on the Memphis Enigma. Of course, we are, 3-0, taking on the 3-0 Memphis. So we'll see how this goes. We've been fairly successful the last couple of weeks with our games. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Here, let me speed this up. It'll be interesting to see what happens this game, considering we did just barely eke out a win in our first week. And yeah, we did kind of okay last week. All right. Yeah, we'll go there. Kickoff middle, why not? St. Louis and Houston just don't have it. We'll throw there. Go pretty much in the middle. Oh, is it gonna bounce off? Ah, damn. I always like it when it bounces off a little bit harder.
Kickoff return 11 yards.
There we go.
Number 99 on the return. They'll take
Oh, that's right, Justice.
First and 10.
Justice has been my beast of a linebacker. Just tears. Oh, okay. Well, speaking of beast linebackers.
Second and 14. Ball on the 7-yard line.
But yeah, after like, I was talking to, if anyone watching this on YouTube, I was talking about this right before streaming this, is that I've been playing a lot of Minecraft again because that's become the hot thing. Fuck!
There it is.
Fuck you. And I don't know how well it would translate to streaming again. I don't think I've ever streamed Minecraft, honestly, but I've seen people playing it and doing stuff like that. But I think I've done it so I've played it so much that I would need something more, I think, for it. And over the last few months, I actually got into doing Skyblock, which is what I never ended up actually. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh god, we almost had it.
White on the return. They'll start the drive.
I hadn't ever done Skyblock when it was like first around. It always looked kind of interesting, but I never did it. And then when they started up, ooh Jesus, the marketplace. I got not, it wasn't a Skyblock because I looked at all the different Skyblock things in the little marketplace thing for console, and I ended up finding a thing that I've really enjoyed called Skytrade, where it's like Skyblock, but then there's also where there's also, oh god, I don't like the running game. There's villagers that you trade with. So it's like you start with a tree and you're using the wood to cut things down, and then you can change that wood out for cobblestone and that cobblestone into, something else. And it's actually been kind of fun to be able to, okay, yeah, I'll chop down wood and then I'll take the wood to make cobblestone and that to do, oh, that was a dumb idea. Change out the cobblestone to get dirt or saplings or coal or something like that. And eventually build my my little block up into, something big. Ooh, frame rate. Ah, suck it. I guess I can't brag too much. I'm down by a touchdown already. We've had 8 total yards. Ah, damn it.
The pass falls incomplete. The intended receiver on the play. 3rd and 13. Ball on the 10-yard line.
But yeah, I wish they had announced a specific date for Maximum Football, because I'm excited. Oh shit! Don't! Oh, god damn it!
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, number 99.
Fuck it. I didn't even see him rough the passer. Oh well. I should have tried to go up for it, but it just wasn't working.
The extra point attempt is good.
This feels weird. I haven't been on the receiving end of a beating like this yet. I think once we get oh damn. They did exactly what I try to do every time, and that's bounce it off the poles to get a weird bounce.
6 yards. White on the
They
return.
did exactly what I wanted to do.
Ball on the 7-yard line.
He's open. He got it. It's done. One play, one pass, one touchdown. Can't ask for much better. That was close. Oh my goodness. Come on. Here we go. So yeah, when I was asked about oh Jesus Christ. When I was asked about being excited for football season, I think I'm honestly more excited for hockey season. And I'm not even like a huge NHL person. NHL is kind of like, I think Major League Hockey is like football to me, where it's like, I'll follow whatever Colorado's doing. Much like the NFL, I'll follow whatever the Vikings are doing. But other than that, I don't really care all that much. I use sports YouTubers to let me know what happened. That's how I keep up with my sports most of the time. It's like, okay, give me a rundown of the thing that happened in football this week.
Yard gain on the play. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 16-yard line.
Whoops.
Incomplete pass. Number 88. The
Yeah.
receiver on
I think if I fired up my PS4, I could probably do the NBA 2K20 demo. But yeah, after hearing a lot of people talk about it, it's like there's a lot of underwhelmed people who have played it. And I'm like, well, if the people who are talking about it that I'm looking at who are talking about playing it, and they're the people who like buy all the games like I would, then maybe this isn't really all that worth it. Yep. I was wondering where the penalty was going to be. That's on me. But it does give my guys more room to run.
24-yard line.
I think it'll be fine. Oh! I should have given it to one of the other guys crossing over. Oh, we'll do the same play. Except I'll throw it to Harrison. Ready? Or we'll just throw it to him because he's going to be more open. There you go. I wasn't expecting Payne to be that open this time. There we go. Well, we tied up the game at least. That's a good start. Things weren't looking too hot. All right. Go ahead and give me it. Come on. Yeah, I'd gotten an email. Speaking of hockey season, I'd gotten an email from the Iowa Wild where they're like, good news. The Iowa Wild are doing 2 preseason games in September. I'm like, cool, preseason. All right, that's awesome. And it's like, yeah, it's going to be in Grand Forks, North Dakota. And I'm just like, well, who gives a shit at that point? Oh, shit. Wow.
Hey, we need to pounce on this opportunity.
We need to pounce. And our team and logo. Shit. That's not pouncing on an opportunity. There's not a lot of pouncing going on.
Second and goal. Ball on the 17-yard line.
Oh my God, I got it out. I got the pass. There you go. Perfect.
The extra point attempt is good.
All right, 21 unanswered points. It's a good turnaround already. And it's not even halftime. I love arena football. Come on. There you go. Right through.
The kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Ooh. You know what's the one thing that's always roughing the passer? The one thing that's always kind of interesting is the fact that they don't have what sort of the new arena football kickoffs tend to be now, where they're borderline. They're not exactly. I wouldn't say they're like onside. They'd almost be borderline squib kicks, where the kicks are kind of meant to just kick right down the middle and then take like a couple of big high bounces for the guy in the end zone. So like the ball gets to where it needs to go to the end zone. But instead of like a straight up big kick, I guess it's because the IFL doesn't have the giant nets on the side. It just has the goalpost. So it just sort of bounces the ball along the bottom and hopes for a big bounce up to kind of screw somebody up. They do tend to have some of the more traditional kickoffs sometimes, but it tends to be the bounce kicks. I don't know if there's an actual name for it. I bet you there's probably a name for it, and I just don't know what type of kick it is.
Incomplete pass. Number 88. The intended
There we
receiver
go.
on the play.
They'll probably hit this. This is a chip shot. You know, if this was real arena football, it could be anybody's game, but it could go either way. But more than likely, in this game, they'll actually make it. I've seen some interesting field goal kicks in my day. Why are we still doing that one? Let's do something different.
First and 10. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Go. Oh,
Payne with the reception. Gain of 12
I'll take it.
on the play. First and 10. Ball on the 6-yard
you know,
line.
I guess you know what's kind of funny is playing football. No one feels like discussing the XFL. They revealed all the teams, which is interesting. The one thing I do hope is that they do have the arena rules of having a running clock. I think a running clock would actually help in getting games done faster if that's the point they're trying to do, to have like the 2-hour games or whatnot. The running clock does very well, I think, in indoor football. You can bring that into a bigger league, maybe. There's no good place to throw.
The fastball's incomplete. Number 98, the intended receiver on the play.
I saw a lot of people giving a lot of shit to the team names. It's like it's like an indoor league. It's like a lower tier indoor league with these god awful names, and it's like, all right, the fuck would you call some of these teams? I saw someone, I forget which website it was. They were giving shit to the Battlehawks names. They're like, it's like a piss poor arena league team, calling them they can't just be the Hawks. I'm like, but that's kind of boring. You know? It's also not exactly the type of people who were like they were people who make like official articles in like sports websites, and I'm just like, I think you're reaching. A lot of people whose like opinions I wouldn't give a shit about anyway. So it's like, these names are awful. I'm like, well, who the fuck are you? I'm looking at your other articles, and none of them I would care to read ever.
The kickoff goes through the end zone. Touchback. First and 10. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Almost halftime. I kind of forgot it was also school. Like, school season has already started up, too.
Second and 12. Ball on the
Like, I had one of my friends talk about it because he's excited because tomorrow, I guess, it's weird to start a school year, like, not on a Monday, I feel. But, yeah, one of my friends, he said, yeah, his kids were starting their school, like, I think it will technically be today, like Friday. They're like, yeah, they start Friday. I'm like, why would they start on a Friday? Just start on a Monday. What? Why? We should take a timeout. Do we have a timeout left? There. We'll take a timeout so you can't burn the clock. We'll make you have to do something. And maybe we can get a safety out of you. Ah, suck it. Wow, I'm out of all the times that Justice could have plowed over his dude. That is such a great time. Well, the thing about it also with his kids is he's been working. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, that was close. The thing about it with his kids also is that I've known him since like he had his first one, and his first one's now in first grade, and his second one's starting kindergarten. Man, Justice is just giving them all sorts of yards.
You gotta be kidding.
But he's been doing well for us. It's teachers 2 more days of finishing summer assignments you put off. That's a good point. But yeah, the thing he's most looking forward to is now he can ship off his kids during the day. And he works overnights, and he's had such a lack of sleep pretty much the entire time that they've been like alive. So the fact that he's now finally shipping off his second kid to kindergarten is a godsend for him. He told me, he's like, oh my god, I can finally get actual sleep during the day. I can come home, make sure they get to school, and then actually sleep. Damn it. I should have just ran in. I really should have just I probably could have just done that. That's all right. Oh, I forgot about this. I always forget about the weird halftime show. Yeah, it's all right.
We're ready to begin the third quarter of play. The away team 30, the home team.
I wonder if there's any set of sliders in this game that could allow you to have a halfway decent running game. Whoops.
Kickoff return 9 yards. Thomas on the return. First and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
Oh, it's another bad one. Oh well. Oh Jesus.
The pass ball's incomplete.
But yeah, it didn't like really hit me the day thing until, or the school thing, until I was driving home today from work, and I saw the crossing guards just standing out, because part of my route home goes by an elementary school. And yeah, they had the crossing guards out there, and I'm just like, oh god, it is that time already, isn't it?
Ball on the 18-yard line.
You know, once you have a full-time job, you don't even think about it, because it's like, well, I gotta work. Damn it, I had a dude open. I saw him open. I was ready to get him. Oh, I should have just let that run. I'm too busy kicking myself right now for the fact that he was goddamn open. And I screwed the pooch. Hey, there you go.
Harrison makes the catch. 17-yard gain.
This isn't going to work, but I'll try it.
Ball on the 8-yard line.
This isn't going to work. Nope. Running game was atrocious in this game. It was always atrocious. I'm going to try it again.
Second and goal.
The definition of insanity. What is the definition of insanity? Doing a fullback running play and then getting creamed and then doing another fullback running play. We should do a third fullback running play.
No gain on the play. Third and goal. Ball on the 10-yard line.
Oh. That little hitch and go kind of worked. The fuck is your problem, game? why. Let's do that.
Goal. Ball on the 2-yard
Under normal circumstances, I would probably kind of expect it to sort of work. But this ain't normal circumstances. This is a shitty game with a shitty running game. Wow. There we go.
First and 10. Ball on the 5-yard line.
Sorry. I also just got shown something on Twitter. Oh shit! Justice! Wow. Well, we got our points. See some wrestling on my Twitter feed that I don't know what it is or where it was at, but it looks brutal. Gotta follow that hashtag. See what that hashtag is.
The extra point attempt is good.
Get an idea as to what the fuck I'm looking at. Because it just looks like two women just beating the absolute piss out of one another. The car powerbomb? Yeah. What the fuck promotion is that? Anytime I see something like that, I just assume it's maybe associated with like GCW or some shit.
Kickoff return 6 yards. Number 99 on the
Madden franchise mode question. Given these two options, would you guys rather get 2 features of B- to B+ quality or 5 features of C- to C+ quality? Don't they already have that? If you're paying $60 for a game, why wouldn't you expect 5 features of, I don't know, A fucking quality? What's wrong with wanting halfway decent shit? Oh my god. Get there. Ah. Back-to-back fumble, return, defensive touchdowns. Some Mexican indie? Okay. Where they literally beat the shit out of one another? Where they literally just halfway kill one another? That makes sense.
The extra point attempt is good.
I feel like it's dumb to accept the idea that it's like, oh, would you rather have 2 features that are pretty good or 5 new features that are meh? It's like, it's a AAA game studio backed by one of the biggest video game companies in the world. There's no fucking reason why we shouldn't be getting at least A- quality features. And at least a good handful of them.
At the 11-yard line. First and 10.
That's why there are other people making good football games out there. The one thing that always kind of irks me, though, is when someone looks at Axis Football or Maximum Football, and it's like, man, these are some PS1 graphics. This is shit. I'm like, and like, I see that, and like, people usually don't call that shit out because they're just too busy clapping, going, ah, that's funny, PS1 graphics. It's like, dude, have you ever fucking played PS1 football games? I have. I used to have a PS1 and an N64. I remember playing fucking NFL Quarterback Club 98. This does not look like NFL Quarterback Club 98. Doesn't play like it either. I barely even would go with the PS2 type comments. Oh, hey, your keyboard works again? Nice.
Second and 14. Ball on the 18-yard line.
But yeah, it always gets me when someone just makes that. Like, I feel like it's not even a joke. I feel like it's literally legitimately saying the graphics are bad by saying it's like N64 or PS1 quality. It's like, dude, I've played those games on N64 and PS1. This is not it, Chief. Graphics tards are dumb. They really are. Like, you can kind of criticize the gameplay, but I feel like for the indie, oh my fucking god. That's why I'm never huge on graphics. I've never been the biggest fan of that. Like, if I was a graphics tard, I would never have played college hoops. I would have just been NCAA basketball 10, which is not a really bad game, but college hoops is so far and away like a superior game as far as gameplay and depth is concerned. So, like, I care more about that, obviously. You played Dwarf Fortress, so yeah. I mean, like I was just talking about playing Minecraft. I do like me some decent graphics packs on Minecraft, but I'm not like married on the idea of oh shit, oh, he's still there. Oh, it's a kick return touchdown. We're just running the gamut of ways to score on them at this point. Am I gonna try out the 2K20 demo? Like, I don't want to write off the game before it even comes out, but I've been seeing a lot of people who talk about it, and they're like, it's very underwhelming. They talk about how underwhelming it is, and this is like people who, this is like, okay, these are people who would like sort of always buy the game. So if they're saying it's underwhelming, I'm like, He's got it. He's got it. He got. Oh shit. I did get kind of hype about the My Player Builder, and then someone started like looking at it a little bit deeper and started making comparisons, and he was like, someone pointed it out. It's like, dude, this graphics thing is literally just the archetypes with a different coat of paint on it. And I'm like, oh shit, I think they're right. They're still doing a lot of the shit that, yeah, it's just, man. The one thing I do like is the fact that they're finally, because when they're showing off like the My Career, My Player thing, wow. Fucking Harrison has got their, ooh. Decline. Because when it comes down to that, I do like the fact that they do have the idea of a draft combine and trying to get drafted. It's like, that's all I really wanted, was just the simplicity of trying to get drafted and let me build my own story off that. The one thing I would like is the ability to have like showcase games and, really sort of try to build your stock up rather than just... So I don't know exactly what that entails, and it looks like it still has a lot of cutscenes that I wouldn't be too keen on. But, that's just how things go. I'm also big on not having archetypes. I don't mind the archetypes as much as other people do, but I am one of those people who were big on the earlier versions of My Career, where it's like, okay, these things cost skill points. Anything can be upgraded to whatever you want it to be. Go nuts. And I think the online thing made it goofy with that, but I don't know. I didn't care that much. I feel like they could have done offline and online My Players where you can balance it out a little bit. But they decided not to do that. Whoops. Oh my God, he fucking fell in. That is too. Okay. So to put this up here, we are at 2 interceptions, 2 fumble return touchdowns, 2 safeties. Oh my God, are they going to get this onside? Did they get it? Oh, it went out of bounds. Cool. They simplified my GM mode a bunch if you haven't read the blog about it. I wouldn't mind that because my GM has been one of those things that I was kind of iffy about the last couple of years, especially the dumb little stories. Like, I didn't mind my GM up until, like, 2K17, but, like, 18 and 19, I was just like, How's it going? It's going pretty good. Hey, look at that. The running game doing something. Now it's just getting bad, dude. We were down like 14-0, and I was like, ooh, we might have a strong loss here, and then we just put up points and put up points and put up points. You don't think it's story based? So that'd be good. I might have to consider it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to write off a game before it comes out because, you know, you never know. And it's a game that I've loved. Like, I've literally bought every NBA 2K from 2K10 on every year. Pretty much day one, too. Like, I remember my roommate right now. I remember when I hung out with him. It was probably 8-9 years ago when he lived at his parents' house still. Like, he still lived at his parents' house. I lived in this, like, cheap, shitty house with a bunch of people that barely even had... It didn't really even have air conditioning. And I remember hanging out at his place, and I left... Like, he was going to go to bed at, like, 11-something. And I was like, yeah, cool. And he lived out kind of in the middle of nowhere at the time. And I decided I'm going to drive back home, but I'm going to wait because the midnight release of 2K12 is coming. There was no roughing the passer, you fucks.
Come on, ref, give me a break here. That wasn't a penalty, and you know it. Next time you might try looking with your eyes. You hear me?
Yeah, talk about NBA 2K20. I got into my league the last couple of years because my GM just got a little too I don't mind overcomplicated. Well, I don't mind, complex stuff. Because if I didn't like complex stuff, I'd play like EWR over TEW. But I didn't like a lot of the convolutedness from the last couple of years of my GM. Yeah, that's the way I did some my career. I always do some my career, and then I'll do a bunch of my league, and that'll be what I play on 2K. I play my league. Yeah, that I will say that. I will say I haven't heard any new my league stuff. You tried. You almost got it. Have they just given up at this point? It's like, it's less than 2 minutes. Why go for it? Man, he was so excited about that. He was. There is no sort of excitement quite like the excitement that announcer just had for that field goal. You are down by 40 points, but by God, it's gone!
Kickoff return 11 yards. White on the return.
I saw a thing from Tokyo Joshi Pro with a character a character named Saki in all caps, looking very scary. And it was kind of funny because there were a few people in the thread who genuinely didn't realize that it was, they were like, someone, it was like, oh, it's, oh shit. It's like, oh, it's Saki. It's Saki-sama's, like a relative of hers that's going to be wrestling. And there were people that's like, oh, can I see some footage of Saki? And they're like, oh, there's no known footage of Saki. It's her debut, but Saki-sama, you can find quite a bit of footage. They're like, oh, good, it's her debut. I'll be looking out. And it was like someone just had to kind of like be like, yo, they're the same person, man. He was like, oh.
Receiver on the play. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line.
A WNBA My League would be pretty cool, but I don't know if they would be like, I feel like it wouldn't be as chill as, say, the AFL season mode is in this. Like the idea of how much money they make. Like this is at peak AFL, so that's probably somewhat accurate numbers maybe that they were making. But like my franchise quarterback, I signed him for like 6 or 7 years at 1.8 million. It comes out to like 186,000 a year, which is not chump change, but also it's kind of odd to, it be like, okay, yeah, you're making 86, you're making 186,000 a year, but most of these guys are going to be making about 60 million a year or 60,000 a year. So I feel like there would be some big to do if they did a WNBA My League, because it'd be like, okay, well, that's probably why it's just season mode, because it's like, well, we could either put in accurate contracts for the WNBA players, or we can lie and pretend they make millions. It would probably piss people off either way. You're either going to piss off the players or piss off the WNBA stars.
Number 99 on the return. 1st and 10. Ball on the 9-yard line.
I did make that joke that should be a version where because a lot of people were making very sexist, very crude jokes, and I was calling them out. I was like, those are very sexist and crude jokes. If you're going to make a joke about the WNBA in 2K, make a joke about there being a WNBA My GM or My League, where you have to balance the budget. No matter what happens, you always end up losing money. You get to see your 7 fans all play. Oh my god. I feel like, oh my goodness. I want to see if it's like the NBA or the NFL, where they can't, where like even if your team is actually really poorly and they don't hardly fill up the stadium full of fans, if it's like the NFL where you have to pretend that like Buccaneers and Browns games are like filled to capacity, it's like, this ain't right. Where's all the empty seats? Maybe I should turn up the difficulty on this. I mean, we kind of had a rough start the first couple of possessions, but we just went on a fucking tear against them. So I think I'll save the week, get through the week, save it, and probably up the difficulty on this. I don't know where it's at right now, but yeah. I wanna see the My GM where you have to deal with NBA players talking about it. Like, because I know you have like current NBA players who would go to WNBA games, and then you have shit like who the fuck was it? Gilbert Arenas going on about how all the women are ugly. I want to say it was Gilbert Arenas. Might have been someone else who was going off about the WNBA that there's not enough cute women in the NBA to market. I forget what he said. Have I ever played Out of the Park? I think a few years ago I played it, but not in quite a while. All right. Well, this was fun, but I am exhausted and probably going to go lay back down before I have to get back up for work. So, save this just to make sure I save the season. There we go. Oh my goodness. There we go. It'd be cool if you did a series on that with a custom league. I thought about it, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it. There's a lot of things I've thought about doing. And like I either just forget about it or I don't think it's gonna work or whatever. I'll have to consider it. But thank you guys for coming out. I greatly appreciate it. It's been fun. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for continuing to watch. I appreciate it as well. And I will see you guys next time.